Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty School Bobby. Today I am so excited to be in the salon with Whitney Evans, owner of Whitney Evans Beauty in Knoxville, Tennessee. We have done a podcast together before.
Yes.
So if you all haven't listened, go back and listen to Whitney's episode. We go a lot deeper into her journey in the beauty industry, but we're gonna hit on that really quick. So Whitney, I want to talk about you coming into the beauty industry. So you started when you were how old at beauty school?
I was 19.
Okay, but you had gone to college before, so talk to me a little bit about that and how you ended up at beauty school.
So I went to UT because, I had great grades in school. I was in student government, then especially in like 2005, 2006, they pushed you like on the college path. And so I thought, well, this is what I have to do. And I was at UT for a year and a half. When it came to picking a major, I had a really hard time. And I was in a sorority. I was doing hair for like all the sorority parties, like helping all my friends get ready for us to go out. And one girl was like, you should really get paid for this. And then it was just like a light bulb went off in my head. And then the winter break of my sophomore year, I just drove to TSB and got a packet and went home and talked to my mom. And oh my gosh, I was so nervous because your parents really push you to go to college, and she was so supportive. She was like, I know you're not happy. As long as you can support yourself, then go ahead. I support you. So
that's awesome. So what majors did you have? Like, did you switch majors or were you consistently?
So first I was obviously very undecided. Very much so. And then I thought I wanted to do like communications, just to do like, I was kind of into journalism, like my dream job, which is funny that I do this now, and now like blogging and Instagram are so popular. Like I wanted to do something in like the fashion beauty world in journalism. Like, write for like, I don't know, like Cosmo or something like that. And then I dabbled in teaching just because I thought the schedule would be good. But then I did like a little internship and I was like, oh no, that's not for me. So yeah.
That's so awesome. So I love that you had said that you kind of wanted to get into blogging and stuff because that actually came back to help you once you graduated beauty school. So you went to Tennessee School of Beauty. So that took you about a year to complete the program?
Actually, it was a little under it, but yes.
Okay, so then you come out and you kind of blew up a little bit in Knoxville. I really think that you were one of the first that really focused strictly like on weddings. I think that you were a little bit ahead of the game to people that are kind of specializing in that. I think now it's so common for me to meet people that just want to do wedding hair. They're like, I want to do wedding hair and makeup. I want to do photo shoots and that kind of thing. You maybe didn't have that intention right when you started, but that's where your career took you. So talk to me about starting in the industry.
I mean, okay, so I started out as an associate in a salon in Fountain City. And my mentor then, he was amazing, but he hated to do updos. And so all the weddings that came into the salon, he saw that I had, this natural knack at them. I love to do them. Like, I just love making like people feel good. So especially on the most important day of their life, it was fun for me. And I think I was like too young to be nervous about it. Like, I was just like, let's do this. And so I started doing weddings and going on location, and I had really great experiences. Even as an associate, I got to go to Nashville and do a wedding. I got to travel, like I think like South Carolina, like some different things. And so the word got out to my friends. I was really lucky. Like everything like lined up. Like we were all at the age of getting married. And a few of them got picked up by like Pink Bride, and I made friends with the photographers. That is like the key. Like the photographers in the wedding industry, like they like make us almost. They make our work look amazing.
That's so smart to make that connection. Like I love that
because I mean that's how I got images to share on social media and develop that relationship and started doing style shoots and
so you have a website that kind of went, I mean, I don't know if it went viral or whatever, but you had a website. What was it called?
It was whitneyevansbeauty.com. It was a blog. Started a blog. It started a YouTube channel.
Which was like way ahead of what it is now.
Yeah, it's 6 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's when everything was just starting. I think now looking back, it's like, man, if I would have
stayed on it. Yes, I'm like, my husband's like on me. He's like, get back to doing it. Because there's like a ponytail video with like this crazy amount of views and it's silly. But anyways, but the salon came from it.
Yeah.
I started this just because I was feeling, you know, I'm a creative person. Anybody that enters this industry is a creative person. And I was just feeling stagnant in the day-to-day, taking care of my clients, doing hair. So I was like, I just want to start. Like, I had followed like a few influencers at that time.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, even if it's just for me locally to like build my clientele and to get my name out there doing weddings, like it's just fun.
Yeah.
And it got really busy really fast. And I started in a salon suite after I left my initial salon, and thinking I was just gonna blog full time and like do a little bit of hair, but really focus on that. But I just couldn't step away from my clients.
Yeah.
I loved them so much, and so I eventually got, you know, really busy to where I needed to hire a second person, and then the opportunity fell in my lap to get a retail space versus a suite. So that's when Ashlyn came on board, when we had our first location across the parking lot here, and we just grew from there.
Yeah, so I know we were just kind of talking about this before we started recording, but so Ashlyn is actually the girl who does my hair. So I know a lot of you have seen her on my Instagram. I enrolled her in beauty school, and she was a night student with us, went through the program. We've done an episode with her as well. But so it was just you two. I mean, when I first started coming to see her. For the first year,
like we had only one shampoo bowl and like 2 chairs. Like we shared a hallway with like 3 other businesses. Like when I think back on like how much we've grown from then, it's amazing. So, and we were just humming the whole time. It was crazy. It was
so
happy.
3 years later, you all, how many stylists do you have now?
10.
So you're 10 stylists in after 3 years.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes.
You've made such a name for yourself in this in the community.
Yeah.
It's so awesome that you grew that much in such a short amount of time. We're going to talk about this in a minute, but you also added a baby at that time.
Yes.
And so there's been a lot of changes you know, that have happened over the last few years. So I'm really excited to talk about all of that. But one of the things that I wanted to talk to you specifically about, and it's something that we talk a lot about when I come in, or just when we get to see each other, because as the relationship that we have with salon owners in the industry is when you have stylists that come in to interview, you obviously text us and say, hey, you know, what do you think about this person?
Absolutely.
To get our feedback and our honest opinion. What do you tell stylists when they come in to interview that you're looking for, or what is it that you're kind of looking for when somebody is coming in for an interview?
I think it's more of like an attitude and a willingness to learn. You know, hair skills we can always work on. We can give you training. Like, we're not just gonna throw you to the wolves and there you are, you know. Really, it's just the willingness to learn, and maybe it's someone that has tried a little bit of everything in school. Like, we love it when our stylists take mud, because we do weddings and we do special events. We're known for that. So that an extra thing is something that I always love to have. I also love someone that wants to know color, because we primarily are a color salon. Like, if your strong suit was like men's barbering, like we're probably not for you, because that's not the clientele we serve. So I really like to know what makes you excited about this industry. Like, what is something that you can't wait to do, because as your salon owner, I take the start of your career very seriously. Like, I want to put you in those positions that you're doing something that you're super happy to do, because I know you're going to be successful that way.
Yeah, and that first little bit in the salon is learning.
It's so learning, and it's okay. Like, ask questions. Like, I mean, I remember even like my hands shaking as an associate. Like, do not think like no question is a stupid question. Like, it's okay to have nerves. Like, talk about them. Like, we'll work through them. Like, it's all part of the process. Like, not everything's going to be perfect every day, and we don't expect that.
Yeah, and I think it's a big jump to go from being in beauty school, where you have an instructor with you.
Yes.
Maybe not beside you the entire time, but you know that you have that person to fall back on.
Yes.
That transition happens here.
It's hard.
But yeah, it's a little different because you're on your own. Now, I know every salon's different and the associate programs are different, but how soon do your associates get a day where they get to do their clients and like bring in their own clients? How soon soon does that happen?
We, as soon as you have your license, we will give you a Saturday if you are comfortable with it. I talk to each girl and we like make a plan. Most girls are comfortable because they're doing like their mom's hair, their friend's hair, and I don't want them to lose those people because you have such a great salon floor at TSB. And so I feel like your students are a little bit a cut above. Yeah, if I can say that. So if it's people that they already know and they're comfortable with it, I don't want them to lose those people for a whole year. You know, like I want them to bring them in. You know, let's do it. But I'm always here, or whoever they're shadowing with. You know, we work as a team, and I feel like all of our leaders in the salon kind of have our eyes on like, we're going to help you formulate. We're going to help you, you know, let's talk this out, because you kind of need, even though you're an associate, you kind of need to learn your own rhythm with your own clients too, because it's a little bit different.
Yeah, well, I love that. And I love that you're still there to support. I think that that's important to know, that even though you have your day on the floor, you're not just thrown with the wolves. No. We're going to help you formulate. And I know, and I love just being a client in the salon. You can really see the way that everyone works together. Yes. Even the stylists that have been here for the whole time. I know Ashlyn will still talk to Jess or talk to you about my color, or hey, we're doing this. Like, it's such a team effort, and I love that.
Well, I mean, we're all creative, and like, I guess it's like kind of check your egos at the door. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know everything, you know, and sometimes like I'll talk to, I mean, I even shampooed for my associate the other day because I was like, here, I'll help you out. You know, it just shouldn't be that way. I feel like when we're all succeeding, it's a great place to be.
Yeah, so. I think so too, and I think it really comes off well. So you've got 10 stylists, and so you all have very different personalities. Everyone brings something a little bit different to the table, and I think that's pretty much every salon. I think every salon, even though you guys are very similar, I think in core values, I think just personalities are different. Sometimes there are people that maybe come in or that are hired or even just come in to interview that don't fit that. How do you handle those situations? Because it's something that you're really honest about, and I love that about you. So how do you handle, you know, if somebody comes in and it's just not a good fit? What do you recommend for them to do? How would you like them to handle the situation? How do you handle that? Because it's awkward.
I mean, I don't want anyone to ever feel like, and this is for everywhere. I mean, even for me. So
just in the industry,
I interviewed as a baby stylist at a very big salon here in Knoxville that I thought, I mean, from the beginning I went to beauty school, that's where I wanted to work. That's where it was. I went and interviewed and I didn't get the job. And I'm so thankful for that now, because I have my own thing. Like, that wasn't my path.
Right.
I don't want people to get discouraged with that, because a lot of times, like, it has nothing to do with you. Like, for us, we don't hire a bunch of people at one time. Like, we just hire like one person, and then out of so many amazing applicants, it's such a hard decision. And like, we love you and want to see you, you know, grow and succeed in the future. And it's not personal at all. It's just mainly like a personality and a criteria of kind of like, if they're gonna fit with who we need an associate for and like our long-term goals. Because we kind of hire slow because we don't have a lot of turnover.
Well, and I also think just having that time to understand that there's a grace period. Do you have a certain amount of time that you give stylists to say like, this is a trial, or is it just kind of,
is it about like a 90-day like kind of like grace period, like will this work, will this not, you know? And that's totally fine. Like, and it's funny because I do say, like, everybody that's worked here, like, we're still friends, you know, like, I don't want it to ever be ugly, because, you know, life is so short, and I want people to be, well, if they're here, I want everyone to be happy, and you know.
And I think you're so good about understanding like the path and understanding that like, if it's not a good fit, that's not the end of your career.
No,
that's not it. And like you said, you didn't get the job where you wanted, and
I thought, and you know, and here it is now.
I think it's so important to just be open to that and to understand that like, there is a path for you, and you just have to find your way.
Necessarily, like, not like you're amazing has nothing to do with you. It was just something that happens. And I've even had people, one of my stylists now, I have to tell her story. So she interviewed like a year before I actually hired her. but she didn't graduate for 6 months. That's a big kicker for us. Like the graduation date and when you're going to be licensed doesn't line up to when we need you.
Right.
And I loved her so much. But she ended up working at a different salon for a while, and I would see her at industry events, and we would still talk and say hi and like, how you doing, whatever. And then we had another opportunity come up, and she applied, and she's an amazing part of our team now.
Yeah.
So I just wouldn't ever burn any bridges with any salon owners or anything, because you just never know where you might be.
This town is small, and I think even across the country, I'm sure every city feels this way.
Yeah.
The beauty industry is so connected that that's such a great point, is that even if you don't get the job somewhere, you still be kind, you know, because
and
you might end up coming back.
And we have, like, I will say, like, I really think Knoxville has such a great salon community. Like, we have so many just like creative salons here that do amazing work, and I think it makes us all up our game.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, you're gonna find where you need to be. Like, don't stress about it. Like, just kind of let it happen.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's such great advice. So we mentioned earlier, you're a new mom.
Yes.
Well, I guess it's not so new now. It's been a year, but still new mom.
But it's been a crazy year.
Yeah. So you were booked solid. Couldn't take any more. I mean, that's why you added on extra people.
Yes.
Talk to me about what this transition has felt like for you. You went through almost your entire pregnancy working. I would see you here behind the chair with your belly, your little bump. And then had the baby. Your schedule has changed significantly. So talk to me about what that transition has been like as a salon owner and a stylist. I mean, it's not only that you've stepped away from the behind the chair, you've taken a step back from the salon. So tell me what that experience has been like for you.
Okay, it's been hard. You know, well, it was hard for me. Like, I think the most important thing is I'm so grateful for my team, because without them, like, this place will like crash and burn like crazy. You know, they all are so strong at what they do, and it has allowed me in this phase of my life to step back. So it's definitely the people that you surround yourself with take care of you. I mean, and I wholeheartedly feel that. Everybody on my team, like, I know if I went to them with anything, like, they execute it perfectly. And balancing motherhood too, being in this industry, like, don't be afraid of this industry if you are a mom, because there is flexibility in our schedules. Like, the biggest lesson that's taught me is I don't have to work like a dog. You know, like, I don't have to work like 60 hours a week like I was and still have a great life. And it's definitely helped me to like charge what I'm worth. You know, we implemented a new software system, Vish, that helped us do that, you know, and to allow, like, even if my stylist, like, I have another stylist that's about to have a baby, step back to have a child, like, you're getting paid what you're worth. So it's okay if you're not seeing as many clients. Like, it's a work smarter, not harder mentality, because you really burn out your body. Like, I've been doing this for 13 years, and if I hadn't have, you know, slow down and drink water. I know I preach this all my girls too, you know, and just take care of yourself, because your body's your tool. You know, it would have been a lot harder in pregnancy. And it's great to have like a tribe of women for your support, even in your clientele, because I've gotten the best mom advice from my clients. Like, if I'm having a tough day here and like feeling like I need to be at home with my baby, like, I swear every time like a mom that's a client of mine, we'll talk about it, and like she like lifts me up so much. So I just will not be afraid of motherhood and salon life, because I know sometimes people feel like they can't do both when you really can.
Yeah. Talk to me about clientele. Who took on clientele while you were gone?
Yes.
And how was that transition back? Because like you just said, you're not able to see as many people.
No.
But I think that because of your salon, it really feels like home here. And just I can speak just as a client, everyone's talking to each other. I know like when I come in, I'm talking to every single stylist. So it's really easy to feel connected. So Ashlyn, for example, is now I'm gonna have to find somebody else just for one visit, I think, until she comes back.
We always have a strategic plan with that. You know, who to shift clients to. I like to, and this is what I do with my clientele. I know when they were called, I wanted it to be like left up to the client, you know, because if you've talked to somebody in my salon and like you felt like you really connected with them, or by this point I've had several associates, so you've had, you know, probably 3 of the girls in the salon touch your hair before,
right.
Like I want you to feel comfortable. But it's kind of split up between everybody, and it's really like, because these twice now it's happened like, boom, bed rest, you know, we have to come up with a plan. It's really who has the openings.
Yeah.
That can absorb that too. But because we have Vish, like all of our formulas are saved like down to like the ounce. So our clients don't have to feel scared to go to someone else. Because we give very detailed instructions.
Yeah. So. And so do you see clients that are now going to the people when you come in? Is it weird for you, or how is that?
I love it. I love that they're here. Now, you know, I came back from maternity leave when we were wearing masks and everything. So that was like a whole other situation.
You came back to a whole different world.
Which is kind of crazy. But when I see them, I still talk to them and love them, and I'm here for them if they want me. But I'm so happy to see my girls flourish, though.
Yeah, that's
like
awesome.
It's their time.
Well, I remember texting you the first time that I came in when you were gone.
Yes.
And just to tell you, like,
oh my gosh,
to put your mind at ease, like seeing the team step up and really just come together, and seeing Jess like kind of being like the mom of the group.
I cannot say enough great things about her. Like she is amazing. Like, and I thank God every day for her, because she really does. She inspires with her leadership. You know, she's definitely like a lead by an example person. Even for me, I'm like, dang, you know, look at her go. But she's great, and that made my heart so happy for you, especially you, to reach out to me. But I had several clients reach out to me too, and it just put my mind at ease, just because, you know, this was my baby before my baby, but it's been a great transition.
And it was in such good hands, and just seeing them all really step up and know that like there weren't corners being cut. No one was slacking. No one was like, oh, well, Whitney's gone, so we can do what we want.
I almost feel, and I'm humble enough to say this, like I am a much better leader now than I was when I was so behind the chair, because I was so tired and like almost on the verge of burnout that I was quick to snap a little bit. I mean, and I'm just transparent and saying that. And I feel like me stepping away kind of I know several of my girls have grown, and they've done better by me, like just letting them be them, letting them do their thing. And I mean, it's been amazing to watch.
Yeah. So. Well, I love getting to see all of this. I'm so excited for you and everything that you have going on. So I know that even just when we recorded the podcast before, so much has changed.
It has changed
so much. And I'm just so proud of you and so happy for you. So thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for sharing everything that you shared with us today.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll hopefully do this again in another couple of years. And
I would love it.
We are.
Yes, it'll be perfect.